energy surrounds us and binds us.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another reaction here at Carbonite Convos. This morning we are reacting to episode 2 of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And if this is your first time joining us here for a reaction, a podcast, or for anything, you've just taken your first step into a larger world. And like always, if you're a returning listener, we really appreciate you joining us once again. I'm joined, like always, by my co-host Alec Porterfield, aka Walt Crawler Pops. Alec, you ready for episode 2?
Dude, I'm pumped as always. Looks like we got the title is the Star-Spangled Man, so I'm ready to just get into it, bro.
Sounds good. Episode 1 was super fun. It was a great start to the series. But we don't want to take up too much of your guys' time before we just dive right into this episode. So if you guys are ready, so are we. You good?
Yep.
All right, so we're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Little high school football action.
John Walker.
I've been a captain before, obviously, but this is different. This is everybody in the world expects me to be something. And I don't want to fail them.
He's Kurt Russell's son, and Kurt Russell's ego from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Huh.
Did he puke yet?
Not yet. You're up.
Copy that. Good morning. Good morning, America. Good morning. I just want to do the job. This is the job, John.
Wonder why him.
I was just thinking the same thing. Like, he seems to have a good head on his shoulders for the most part so far.
Time to go to work.
How do you feel about the suit?
I think it looks pretty cool.
I hate that so much, bro.
John Walker, first person in American history to receive 3 Medals of Honor, ran RS-1 missions in counterterrorism and hostage rescue, government to study of your body at MIT, and you tested off the charts in every measurable category.
Look, here's the thing. I'm not
Wow.
Tony Stark. I'm not Dr. Banner.
You can do it.
Okay, I don't have the flashiest gadgets. I don't have super strength. But what I do have is guts. Something Captain America always had, always needs to have, and I'm gonna need every ounce of it. Even though I never met him.
He looks more pissed than Sam was.
I think it's
pretty
a
equal.
different relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't have given up the shield.
Good to see you too, Buck.
You didn't know that was gonna happen?
Well, of course I didn't know that was gonna happen.
You think it didn't break my heart to see them march him out there and call him the new Captain America?
This is what's the one.
Oh my God! So what do you want me to do? Call America and tell him I changed my mind?
One, two, three.
Androids, aliens, and wizards.
It's not a thing.
That's definitely a thing.
No, it's not.
Every time we fight one of the 3.
So who are you fighting now, Gandalf?
How do you know about Gandalf?
I read the book in 1987 when it first came out. So you see my
I love that.
Yeah.
Big 3.
little time in Wakanda and you come out White Panther. It's actually White Wolf.
I think Falcon made that as a joke, not knowing that he was called the White Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. How are you? Good. What did I miss? Nothing. Alright, let's go. No, wait. I got a vibranium arm.
This dynamic's interesting.
I can fly. Who gives a shit? Wait.
Yeah.
You only see 2? That's what I see. Let me see what River sees. Oh, here comes again. 4. Yeah. 5. Fine. Yeah.
Did you count more than 5?
I saw 5.
It's an 8th person. I think they have
Oh.
8. See, I counted 7.
Okay, no, you were right.
I counted 7. I was like, wow, maybe I'm just crazy, but I did not see just 5 people. Does the truck behind them just not see him?
Not see the back open.
Found the hostage. You okay?
Jeez. I wonder what her deal is. They have vaccines in there. Oh, that would definitely kill you.
100%. They got a whole little squad.
Did you catch that name? What
Lamar
was it?
Hoskins.
Lamar Hoskins. That sounds familiar.
He is Battlestar.
What is up with these people? Why are they so strong?
So Lamar Hoskins is called Battlestar.
Battlestar.
That didn't go as planned, huh? Or super soldiers. I think we stand a much better chance if we all just because you carry that shield, it doesn't mean you're Captain America. How'd you track them here? The flag switches. No, we didn't track them. We tracked you. Red Wing. You hacked my tech? Sorry, it's not exactly hacking. It's government property. Kind of the government. Who are you? My Hoskins. I see a guy hanging out of a helicopter in tactical gear. I need a lot more than Lamar Hoskins. Battlestar.
There it is.
Yeah.
You think it's about the serum?
Probably.
I'm wiping our aliases off any public traffic sites now. Carly, we can't stay here for long. One world. One people. One world. One people. One world. One people. Let's take the shield, Sam. Let's take the shield and do this ourselves. We can't just run up on a man, beat him up, and take it.
Wonder what dog tags he has on.
I wonder if they're his from World
Or
War II.
Steve's. I was thinking it was Steve's.
Maybe. That'd be sweet.
My daddy told me it's black.
Because I'm black and I'm the Falcon. So are you, like, black kid? Sam, look at you. We met at 51. If I met you, I whooped your ass. Then, yeah. Not a killer anymore. You think you can wake up one day, decide who you want to be, talk about it anymore? They put my ass in jail for 30 years. People running tests, coming into my cell. Get out of my house! Just, sir, just calm down. I am calm. What do you want? We're just standing there talking. Just give your ideas. No, I'm not giving him shit. We're just talking. Hey, is this guy bothering you? No, he's not bothering me. Do you know who this is? I am so sorry, Mr. Wilson. I didn't recognize you without the cuts. I'm really...
That's messed up, man.
Mr. Barnes, there's a warrant out for your arrest. My miracle, he would talk less. Exactly what I was going to say. Isn't that ironic?
You guys are leaving.
It's funny if you watch interviews with Sebastian Stan or Anthony Mackie, this is kind of how their relationship is like as well.
Why does Sam aggravate you? And don't say something childish.
Why'd you give up that shield? Why are you making such a big deal out of something that has nothing to do with you? Steve believed in you. He trusted you. He gave you that shield for a reason. That shield, that is everything he stood for. That is his legacy. He gave you that shield and you threw it away like it was nothing. So maybe he was wrong about you. And if he was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me. Can you accept that I did what I thought was right? We divide ourselves, we don't stand a chance. You guys know that. Free agents. We're more flexible. So it wouldn't make sense for us to work with you. A word of advice then. Stay the hell out of my way.
Uh-oh. There it is.
That's shady.
It's the power brokers, man.
Everybody grab what you
The
can.
power broker. The power broker is the guy we talked about on the podcast who gave U.S. Agent his abilities.
One people.
This is the way. What was the point of that?
So what do you think? Well, I know what we have to do. I know where you're going with this, and no, he knows all of Hyper's secrets. So remember Siberia? So you're just gonna go sit in a room with this guy? Yes. Okay then. We're gonna go see Zemo.
I want to know what he's been. I know he's
Probably
been in.
locked up.
I know he's. I was gonna say I know he's been in prison, but like, he's got to have some sort of mastermind, something going on.
I mean, he kind of completed his task. Splitting up the Avengers. Or not. Because when they show chess, that kind of gives you that sense of they're thinking ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there we get a WandaVision-esque cutoff. That's pretty cool. I'm excited for next episode.
I know that was.
I'm
so-
more excited for next episode than I was about this episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
This had to have been like a build-up episode.
Yeah, for
Let me
sure.
make sure there's no post-credit.
So I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so the power broker, for those of you who don't know, he is the man in the comics who gives US Agent his superhuman abilities, that super soldier strength. So I definitely, that's not a coincidence now that we see not dozens, but multiple super soldiers running around. What are your initial thoughts?
I thought it was a really good build-up one. There wasn't a whole lot of action per se, but I mean,
There's
I
not
think that has to be a part of the story. Like there has to be down parts of the story. I do like the direction I think that Bucky and Sam's relationship is going to be heading.
Yeah.
There's going to be some sort of event that brings them closer together, and the rivalry between them two, and I don't want to call him New Cap because he's not U.S. Agent yet. He might become that, but like I guess New Cap, and I'm just gonna call him John Walker, with John Walker and Battlestar, and Sam and Winter Soldier, obviously. So there's gonna be some sort of tension there. So
I mean, you can already feel that, and I think, John Walker says, I am the government. So I think that's where US Agent comes in eventually. But yeah, I agree that there is going to be eventually some event that brings them together. And I assume it'll be something with the shield, because at some point in this, well, you'd like to assume that at some point throughout this series, Sam and Bucky get the shield back. But Sam's pretty adamant about not wanting the shield and not feeling that it's his place to go and take it now. Sure. Regardless of, Bucky, what Bucky wants to do moving forward, because I don't blame Bucky for wanting to take the shield. He's held it. He knows what it symbolizes. He's seen firsthand
the power that it has.
Yeah, and the impact that it has on, the I don't want to say the wielder, but just, I don't know what I was going to say. The impact that it has on,
I mean, it just stands for something. It's
exactly.
Something bigger. It's something bigger than the person who's holding it.
Exactly. So they do a good job explaining that shield throughout the show. I'm super excited to see Zemo next week as well. That's what I've been waiting for.
I want to know what I'm excited just to see his role, because it doesn't seem like I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're setting up to be the villain.
Yeah, I don't know. And that's kind of what I was thinking midway through this episode was, obviously going into the series, I figured Zemo would be one of the main villains of it. But throughout the heart of this episode, I was actually thinking, what if Zemo isn't a villain and he might be a good guy?
I want to know what brings him to wear like that purple mask.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like it's too early to call. It is very interesting that we have a bunch of super soldiers running around, and that we've had them running around for decades, and that they didn't do it. Well, I think the stigma around, government testing and everything is shown through Isaiah, because they see someone with superhuman strength, they lock him up, they just use him for testing and research. And clearly Isaiah has a different point of view on what it means to be a super soldier than, what Cap did, what Bucky does. It's very interesting.
For sure.
Yeah.
I hope Isaiah comes back in some capacity.
Yeah, for sure. It would be interesting to see him again, and anybody with these superpowers, it'd be hard to just introduce them like that, then shove them to the side. So right. I definitely think we'll see more of them. Let's talk about, let's keep this pretty short, but how about we talk about the therapy scene? I thought that was really impactful. Bucky talking to Sam about, why did you give up the shield? He gave it to you. He believed in you. And if he was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me. And that shows how much Cap's opinion of someone means to everybody, you know?
Sure. I mean, for the longest time, the only person on the planet that believed in Bucky was Steve Rogers. And
Yeah.
if Steve Rogers was wrong about something that he so strongly believed in, that was one of his, I mean, we think he might be dead, alive, whatever, that if it was one of his last wishes in his life was for Sam to take this mantle and hold this shield, that was such a strong opinionated thing that everything else he was opinionated about is just out the window.
Yeah. It I don't know, it really hits you because it everybody knows Cap's my favorite, and just seeing the level of respect that, clearly that the government doesn't have, but the people that knew him, the respect that they have for him, and the impact that he's left on the entire world and these people now that he's gone. I don't know if he's
Well,
dead, but
they literally put up posters. Cap is back. Like, no,
Yeah.
Cap is not back.
yeah, it's
They
crazy.
replaced him with this man,
Yeah,
and they're marketing him, selling him, and using him as a tool.
well, that's what Steve was at first as well.
Right, but he became
Their circus
more
movie.
than that, obviously.
Of course. Yeah, so I'm excited for the show moving forward. Again, I'm much more excited for next episode than I was about this episode. So yeah, guys.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna be next week is halfway through the season,
yeah,
we're bound for some action. So.
yeah, especially with Zemo popping in, we're we're getting the ball
and
rolling.
And a mention of Sharon Carter.
Exactly. Yep, and the Power Broker.
Yep.
So things are definitely stepping up. But guys, thank you for joining us for another reaction. Don't forget to follow us on all social media and podcast platforms at Carbonite Convos, and hit that subscribe button so you can check out all of our stuff, and hit that bell if you want to know right when a new video pops out. You can check out our new channel that we will start posting content on very soon. It's going to be called Carbonite Collecting, where we go into everything you see behind us. So we're very excited about
its own world, man.
Exactly. So that's very exciting. So definitely check that out if you guys have the time. But until episode 32 next week, live on YouTube at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. May the Force be with you guys.
Remember, the Force will be with you. Always.